There are 13 tablets scattered across the 4 corners of the world in Noita. 11 of the tablets also come paired with an Orb of True Knowledge. The first time you collect one of these orbs, you receive a spell. On subsequent runs, you are granted additional max HP instead. Here are the locations of all of them. I'm going to do this in the order that makes the most sense to me, and not in order of volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. Anyway, here we go. Up first, we've got the Secretorum Hermetis, obviously right here in the tree. I'm sure that most of us have drowned ourselves trying to get this thing. I know that this was my first death in the game, but you could get to it very easily just by drinking the water or bombing the bottom of the tree. This tablet is most likely a reference to the Secretum Secretorum, which is a real-life hermetic text. Up next, we've got the Tabula Smaragdina, which you could find in the bottom right corner of the mines, right next to the lava lake, which I already drained, so just imagine that there's lava everywhere over here to the right. Tabula Smaragdina is actually another name for the Emerald Tablet, the real Emerald Tablet. To get the next one, we actually have to go down to the bottom of the lava lake. Now, you could just use lava to blood if you have that, which is what was used here, or there's actually an easier way that I'll show you in a minute. Once you're down at the bottom, you'll see this little cave with Emerald Tablet Volume 3 and the Orb of True Knowledge containing the nuke spell, which I've already taken. And on the other side of this wall is the shortcut chasm down to the snowy depths, so you could just use a black hole or matter eater to get through it. From here, we're just going to work our way across the chasm, which can be done in the beginning of the game. You don't need teleport for this at all. And we'll find Emerald Tablet, Volume 7, and the Orb of True Knowledge containing the Thundercloud spell, which I've also already taken. And this tablet is a reference to Philolathis, Metamorphosis of Metals, which is attributed to George Starkey. Anyway, we have to go back to spawn for the next one, and I'm sure most people already know about this one. It's the one above the mountain, inside of the floating snowy island. We get Emerald Tablet Volume 1 and the Orb of True Knowledge containing the Sea of Lava spell, which I've already taken. And this passage is actually the first part of the real-life Emerald Tablet, so it actually is Emerald Tablet Volume 1. To get the next one, we head deep into the desert and climb the pyramid, and at the top, we get the Emerald Tablet of Thoth, together with the orb containing the Earthquake spell, which I've also already taken. And this one is a reference to the Turba Philosophorum. Now, inside the pyramid, at the lowest part of the pyramid, you'll find the entrance to the Sand Cave. Make it all the way down to the bottom center of this area to enter another orb room with the orb containing the Necromancy spell and Emerald Tablet Volume 4, which is another reference to the Turba Philosophorum. And now for the fun part. We have to burrow or dig or somehow get through the desert from around the skull area until we reach an area of beautiful yet alien design called the Desert Chasm. And then all the way down at the bottom of this place, and trust me, it is very, very deep, you'll find another orb room with the orb containing the Cement spell, as well as Emerald Tablet Volume 10, which is, again, a reference to the Turba Philosophorum. It also might be a clue or a hint at another alchemic preparation using gold and cement combined with fire or lava. So yes, several of these tablets are actually hints from the developers, or them just poking fun at us. And then all the way on the other side of the world, in the snowy wasteland, we fall down this chasm that originally had a bridge across it, and find ourselves in another vault. Make our way through here down to the bottom to find another orb room with the orb containing the Tentacle spell, as well as Emerald Tablet Volume 2. Which is a reference to the Museum Hermeticum. Okay, now I'm back up on the surface and over to the right a little bit from the vault. And it's time to go digging again. All the way down through the snow chasm, which actually took longer to get to the bottom of than the desert chasm. So, have fun. Once we do make it all the way down to the bottom, we'll find yet again another orb room with the orb containing the Decoy Deer spell, as well as Emerald Tablet Volume 9, which is a reference to the Museum Hermetica. Alright, now have fun getting all the way back up to the surface once again. Now, on the left-hand side of the Snowy Depths biome, we'll find the entrance to the Magical Temple, which the first time you're here is extremely dark. So you have to navigate this really dark labyrinth full of ghost enemies and toxic sludge mist. But persevere, and all the way over to the left, you'll find another orb room with the orb containing the Holy Grenade spell, which I've already taken, as well as Emerald Tablet Volume 5, which is a pretty funny reference to Monty Python and the Holy Grail. The only one of these that's actually a pop culture reference and not a reference to an actual hermetic text. To get the next orb and tablet, we have to make it through the second Fungal Caverns biome, the one connected to the left sides of both the underground jungle and the vault. Make it through there, and we'll find an orb room with the orb containing the Spiral Shot spell and Emerald Tablet Volume 6, which is another reference to the Museum Hermeticum. It's also a cheeky way for the developers to tell us that we're going to have to work really hard to find all of this true knowledge, which is fine. I'm happy to be one of the mouthpieces to help bring this arcane knowledge to the masses. And now we come to the end. Literally. We're here close to the end of the game, or one of them, hint hint, and we have to head down through the lava. And the easiest, most sane way that I know of to get through lava is by using the Lava to Blood spell. Once we make it through the lava, there's a thin layer of dense and extremely dense rock that we also have to get through. And then, literal hell. Do not underestimate this area. It is full of monsters and demons, I suppose, that do a lot of damage very quickly. And even with all of my HP and all of my resistances, this place will eat through your HP very quickly unless you play very carefully, which I am not doing. So please do not do what I'm doing, because this place is huge and the orb room can be easily missed. It's in the middle, but hell extends downwards a lot past the orb room. So you could be wandering around in here like I was for a good 10-15 minutes before you find the orb room. If you see this void, you've gone too far down. Get yourself back up immediately. Anyway, eventually you will find the orb room with the orb containing the fireworks spell and our final tablet of this tour, Emerald Tablet Volume 8, which is a reference to the Turba Philosophorum. And there you have it, all 13 tablets and 11 orbs. Keep in mind, though, that the more orbs you obtain in a single life, the stronger the final boss will be. There's a way to obtain more orbs, and it's actually possible to buff the boss to hundreds of thousands of HP. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.